Hi everybody and welcome to the World of Micah. I am in South Pasadena, California today, and we're going to be traveling around. I'm going to give you guys I would say a Michael Myers fan tour. We're going to be doing our own tour of all the Halloween spots around here for the most part that you can do. Just to give you guys kind of a play-by-play, and next time you're here in South Pasadena, you too can do these spots. I'm a big fan of this. I wanted to document a lot of the updates on like the Strode house and the hedge and things like that, and just show you what it looks like. A year ago, I did this with Sean Clark on the Halloween 45th anniversary, and I'm back a little over a year later to do it all over again. Now, let's take a closer look. In fact, the very first spot is going to be right here on the corner of Oxley and Montrose Street. Actually, Oxley Street, Montrose Ave. Right here is the opening of John Carpenter's Halloween. Isn't that cool? And be careful, but you can stand in the middle of the street just like they did. And there it is. This to me is like the best place to start it off because this is where the movie started, right here. It's where it said, right across the street, Halloween, Haddonfield. It's pretty cool. And once you get your photo, continue down Montrose Ave and straight ahead is the famous hedge from Halloween. You can knock out two birds, one stone, but also right over here is Linda's house from Halloween. And it's cool to be able to walk in the footsteps, of the babysitters and everything. But right over here is where PJ Souls, Linda, walks across the yard and goes home. Right there, Linda's house. Also from Mama's family. Yeah. PJ walks right here, goes home. Lori turns and looks, and right there, Michael standing right behind that hedge, well, to the right of the hedge a little bit. Walks down. It's kind of crazy to see it, like, in person, man. This is it. The hedge. And this is where the kids were looking over the fence here. But famous hedge. Right here is where the cigarette smoke was. And she turned to look. Ha! Nobody here. Pretty wild. Yeah, honestly, they don't even have to trim this. I'm sure enough fans walk by and take, pieces of the hedge. But Lori continued walking this way, and the camera was like this, and you could see the neighbors who lived here peeking over. So iconic right there. And then she continues walking, Lori, and this was higher up in the movie. I think these bushes were like really big right here. And she turns right in front of Sheriff Brackett's house right here. It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. Right here. Then he went home. Sheriff Brackett's house right there. Charles Cyphers. Never got to meet Charles Cyphers. He was supposed to be here for the Halloween 45th. He was sick. And then he passed away this year. And I never got to meet Charles, Sheriff Brackett. But this was the house. The Brackett house. Annie and Charles Cyphers, Sheriff Brackett. Yeah, this poor grass over here. They're going to have to put cement here or something. It's about had it. I always try to stand here. This is what Michael would have been looking. He would have been looking right there. It's cool. All right, on to the next location. Second spot on our list is right here. You can visit a little bench here. Oh, it's on the other side. Just walk around and you can sit and read that. For Mustafa Akkad, obviously, but you sit here and look whose house it is. The Strode house. And last time I was here, I did a full video of the Strode house. Someone had purchased the house now, and I'm pleased to say they're into it. Let's check it out. And like I stated in my original video a year ago, someone was going to buy this house, and I was like, I really hope they preserve at least the pumpkins. Well, they're preserving a whole heck of a lot. They've got black cats over here. Obviously, you can sit and do the famous photo spot just like Laurie Strode did in Halloween. And they even give you pumpkins. See, they give you pumpkins, but also they have all their decorations and things. There was something up here that really, really made me smile. Love the witches here, but that's not it. It's not that little guy there either. It's not the pumpkin up there in the window that I absolutely love. It's this. It's this. That made me smile. And around the corner, that. Look at that. What a perfect photo op they did for the fans. I'm a fan, and this is awesome. That's where Mr. Strode walks out. His car's right here. Also later in the movie, Laurie walks out, walks down here, sits, does the famous pumpkin scene. It all happened right here. This is so cool. I noticed right up here, Abby was saying, look, there's Michael. Look at that. Fans. You gotta be, right? That's such a cool photo right there. Dang. That might be the thumbnail. And this. That's so cool. Yeah, Laurie Strode's house. The Strode house. Right down here. Annie picks her up. Also, this is the yard. She walks, goes right inside. Everybody always points that scene out because it looks like it's rained over here. Earlier, it hadn't rained. I mean, you know, classic, great scenes. I love this too. This is such a great photo op right here. Hard to believe I'm here a year after I did the Halloween 45 tour with Sean Clark. It's cool to be back in Haddonfield. Let's go on to the next spot. There were some scenes from Rob Zombie's Halloween shot over here, including that in the tour. So if you would like to see that, South Pasadena Library over here, public library, right across from the Strode House, Fairview and Oxley. This is 1115 Oxley Street, South Pasadena, Laurie Strode House. You can do all of this on your tour. Let's continue our tour. This is the South Pasadena School District Administration here. This was used in Rob Zombie's Halloween, as well as this right here, the community room. This is the backside of the library. And in the film, they just covered that up. And Rob Zombie's Halloween literally said like Haddonfield High School, and that tree over here can be seen as well in a lot of shots. So on the backside here of the Pasadena Library, this is the spot in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 where the girls, they're all up there, Laurie and Annie and Linda, and Laurie looks out the window there and she sees Michael, and he's actually standing right over there in front of that tree area in front of the Strode House. A little nod to the 78. A little further down the way on Glendon Way, 1110 Glendon Way, this is the Myers house from Rob Zombie's Halloween. And this house sits here all the time, and they use it for filming purposes, is what I mean. It doesn't have tenants. No one is renting or owns this house. I think it's owned by some studios, or maybe from Pasadena owns it, and they just use it strictly for filming. Pretty awesome. Back there was the pool. I think they filled the pool back in from production, but that's where the whole scene at the end with Laurie. Let's walk up and just see what it looks like up here. I did this last time. They use this only for filming now. But this is what it looks like at the Myers house. So insane, but there you go. Rob Zombie's Halloween. Let's move on to the next spot. There's like a 4-hour documentary of Rob Zombie's Halloween, and right down there is a little parking lot, and that's where like the crew parked and everything. Sean Clark, my good buddy, did a fantastic filming location alongside the documentary, and my buddy Adam, the Woo from the Daily Woo, both of them did, like the same day, did an outstanding job, hands down the best filming locations for Rob Zombie's Halloween, Adam's and Sean's. Check them out. They're both done the same day, but they're both completely different, and they did them where, you know, fans will both love them. I had to give them a little plug in on that because I love both of their videos. Right up here on Highland Street, if you walk past the corner, that's where the babysitters are walking, and they cross the street here, and right over here we're gonna be Michael. And what does Annie say?
Hey jerk, speed kills.
That's right. Right around here. Oh, hey Abby, Jim Carrey's house from the movie Liar Liar. It's right there.
Amazing.
And you know who lives next to Jim Carrey in Liar Liar? The Strodes from Rob Zombie's.
Oh my gosh.
Halloween. That's the Strode house from Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Wow.
Yep.
That's really cool.
And then we're gonna get back on Meridian Ave. And if you really wanna do a location spot right here, South Pasadena High School, this was Haddonfield High School. It's changed a little bit right up here in the front, but that's basically where the girls were walking out. Annie, Lori, and Linda, right here. We're from Haddonfield, couldn't be prouder. Now I did leave South Pasadena just for the super fans. And if you come down near Sunset Boulevard, I will post the address. You can find the Doyle house right there. The windows changed, but that's where Dick Warlock in Halloween 2 fell off the balcony there. Loomis came running out. Look at this, you can see inside the house straight through. Holy cow. Loomis came out of that front door there, and Michael would have been laying there. And then this is the house. I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight. Right there. You don't know what death is. And he ran around the side of the house. Right there. The Doyle house. And the house that's changed the most since production is across the street here. This is the Wallace house. Love this. This is where Bob and Linda pulled up right there and parked their van. And then went inside. All this has changed. This was later added. But the front of the house right here, not a lot has changed. Let's match it up real quick. So basically where my thumb is, that's the garage now, right there. And that's what the house looks like. And the tree is still there, the limb. It's up there on the right-hand corner. The porch, everything is the same. Isn't that cool? It's the Wallace house. Got to do this quick. This is one of the scariest scenes to me, Michael. But yeah, that's the same tree. I love it. The Wallace and the Doyle house. Right over here, I got to match this little angle right here from Halloween 2 before we get out of here. It was about like right here. He came and fell right there. Love it. All right, time to go. They're still working on this house, and there's all kinds of construction and craziness happening. By the way, that's fake grass. All right, further down the road, I am on Hope Street. It's Hope Street, Meridian Street. Actually, just look up the Myers house, address 1000 Mission Street in South Pasadena. Walk down the street, you will see Hope. Go down Hope Street, and there's the alley from Halloween 2. Let's go down the alley, see where Michael walked. The Elrod house, Ben Tramer's death around the other side, and then down to the famous Myers house, where it used to sit and where it currently sits. But let's go back to Halloween 2, Rick Rosenthal's classic. I love Halloween 2. Let's go. You got the Elrod house right there. That's it. The pumpkin in the window in the back there. Trying to just trying to make Harold a sandwich. It all took place. This right here is amazing to me. Like, this just looks like Halloween 2. And then you throw in the Elrod house right there. Unbelievable. Right over there is where Sheriff Brackett pulled up. Donald Pleasance runs over to him, Loomis yelling, "I shot him 6 times. He's not human." All took place right there. Now right over here on the corner of Magnolia and Meridian, this white picket fence. This is where Ben Tramer was walking over to the trick-or-treaters right over here. They came driving down Loomis and Brackett shine the light. And right here, Ben Trimmer starts to dart across the street. And right over there in the corner, that's where the big explosion happened. And he walks over this way right here. Also, in Halloween 1978, this is where Tommy Doyle walks up and meets up with Laurie. And you can tell in the movie it's like a mistake, because you can see that palm tree in the distance. There are palm trees in Illinois, because straight ahead on the right is the original spot of the Myers house. But if you go right over here, right across the way from that white picket fence is where Ben Tramer was walking. You can see this house in the background, and boom, this is where the Ben Tramer murder happened. And if you walk right across the street, that is the tree from the opening of the film, which I will show in just a second, right in front of the Elrod house from Halloween 2. Are you keeping up? It's right next to this big twisted tree. That's the house. That's the tree from the opening. And right over here was the Myers house. Does not sit here anymore. But if you kind of look down like this, you can see Tommy Doyle. He was standing in this area here, looking out from Michael's perspective of Laurie and Tommy. All right, let's cross the street. I'll show you where Halloween 1978 started, and we'll look at the Elrod house once again. Ben Tramer accident happens right there. This is the Elrod house right here. And this tree is where at the beginning, the kids are chanting Black Cats and Zombies on Halloween night. Trick or treat. And right there, boom, the Myers house was right over there. That's pretty awesome. And if you continue walking on the sidewalk in front of where the Myers house used to sit, across from the Elrod house, you can do the famous Laurie Strode, "Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us." And continue from the "Just the two of us" Laurie Strode sing along. And right over there is where the Myers house currently sits. They literally picked it up, moved it down the street, and it sits there right next to an awesome place called the Sugar Mint Gallery. If you're a fan of Halloween, they have, it's like a museum. You pay admission, you go in and see everything. But to see the Myers house, just be respectful, but it's always free. Yeah, the hardware store right over here. All this can be seen. Michael pulled up about here, and Annie and Laurie went straight ahead. My dad! And Annie and Laurie pulled right up there and talked to Sheriff Brackett. And that's where Loomis walks over and talks to him. This was the hardware store from Halloween, where Michael busted in and took a Halloween mask and some stuff. Michael was parked right over there and drives down that way. Also, Laurie and Annie were right up here to have the conversation with Sheriff Brackett. Well, this was perfect timing. We can cross because the railroad's coming, so. But right here, this is where the Myers house currently sits. This is it. The Myers house, right up here. All right, so we're not in the exact spot, but I'll just run it through you. So Michael will be approaching the house, and he walks over here. And I love the shot because he's looking up at Judith's bedroom and the lights are on. They turn off. The moon is right up here. He goes down this way. He passes by the pumpkins right there. He walks down and goes in the back. It's pretty cool. The Myers house. And if you look right up there, you can see the top of the stairs where he would have grabbed the mask. And I saved this for last because I feel like it's the place where you kind of just want to look at it, you know? Such an iconic house. The Myers house, this is it. Blows my mind every time. I say that a lot, but obviously I love it. And right back here behind the Sugar Mint Gallery, they will show Halloween here throughout the year. Check it out on their website. And it's cool because it's right behind the Myers house. You can literally look up and see Judith's bedroom right there. So continue walking by the Myers house. And right here, this is Hope Street. Right there is the alley from Halloween 2. 101 right there. That is Andy's house. Molly Ringwald lived right over there. Not too far down the street is Garfield Elementary. Right over here is where Lonnie meets Michael Myers. This is also where Tommy Doyle smashes his pumpkin. He is really disappointed. Let's go match across the street here. All this up. By the way, it's nighttime and they light everything up, so it's the easiest time to come, I think, and take photos. There's no kids out here, so let's do it. Wanted to add this location as well. This is Garfield Elementary, and right here is where Tommy Doyle fell with the pumpkin. Right there. Lonnie and the gang were giving him a hard time. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. The boogeyman is coming. That all happened right there. Then Lonnie comes right here, and boom, Michael was standing right there. Michael continued walk like this, looking at Tommy Doyle. Tommy looked really disappointed. The car was like over there. The car changes in this scene a lot, but this is it. This is really cool. See this spot. It's easy to do it at night because it's the elementary school. That way I don't have to worry about kids and everything. But there it is. Well, we've come to the end of our journey. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope these addresses helped you. And if you're looking for more filming locations, I have done locations for both Halloween, Halloween 2, a few other videos here in South Pasadena as well. This is one of the neighbors' house that's right across from the Strode house. And Abby and I have been out here just watching this on loop because it feels like we're in Haddonfield. Because we are.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, right there's the high school from Rob Zombie. Strode house right there. Hey, Pee-wee's house from Pee-wee's Big Holidays right there. But right now we're in Haddonfield, Illinois. Enjoying just watching these clips. It's awesome, especially when the Halloween 3 clip comes on. But I'll show you these TVs. This one's my favorite. It just needs the bunny ears or a little TV lamp. And then there's some smaller TVs over here. One inside a pumpkin. Got some ghost here. Got some ghost here. Saturday Night Fright, don't forget. It's in Chicago though. We're a long ways away from Chicago. But this is where we say goodbye. I'll see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, stay weird. Happy Halloween. Goodbye.